Hi Scorpio, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another Love Bite. Scorpio, let's see what are the messages for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Scorpio Spirit. Alright, Scorpio, 3 cards for the first person. Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Second person, Fool, High Priestess, and the Seven of Swords. Third, mutual energies, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords, and the Star card. Bottom of my deck, I have the Hangman in reverse. So somebody's gotten unstuck from a connection. I feel they feel they were emotionally unhappy. They need to walk away, move on towards newer things in their life. They're putting a guard up. They being very defensive now, maybe busy putting all their attention into their work or things that are tangible, which will grow without feeling disappointed. The other person is feeling like a fool. They feel like a fool. They feel, how do I now talk to them, or how do I whatever, because I think they are realizing something that they did came out, or some secrets about them got revealed. Maybe this person lied, cheated, ghosted, they did something. So let's figure it out. I'm going to clarify all these cards and dig deeper, Scorpio, and then we'll also do your mutual energies. But before that, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then we'll clarify the rest. Scorpio and that person, Spirit. Scorpio and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Let's take a few more from another deck. Scorpio and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? All right, we'll just take a few more, Scorpio, from a third deck as well, and then we'll start the reading. Scorpio and their person, Spirit. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Scorpio, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Scorpio, says, this relationship feels more like a situationship. I feel like you're taking my love for granted. I was there for you when you asked me to be. And even when you were silently suffering, I heard your soul cry out to me, asking for my support. I always showed up for you. But when I needed you, where were you? I try to detach and let go, and then I get flooded with telepathy, dreams, and your strong sexual energy which takes me over. Damn. Escape with me for the weekend. Let me spoil you. I need to be intimate with you. My biggest fear came true. I kept all the text messages. I choose to be with you. I'm tired of crying and hurting over you. I hid who I really am from you. All right, so these were some of your messages, Scorpio. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading. I'm going to first focus on the first line, which is person A for me, and then we'll move to person B. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based. Okay, so person A, let's start with you. What's the Eight of Cups? What's the Eight of Cups for you? Are you moving on? Yeah, person A says, I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm done waiting for this person. I was not emotionally happy. They never stepped up. They never took responsibility. They never offered me anything. So I'm regaining my power and my strength, and I'm making the decision to drop this connection once and for all. Why? Because they feel, person A says, this person never took action. They were only thinking about themselves all the time. They were selfish. They were self-centered. They never offered me any stable, brand new beginning. So yeah, I'm guarded now. I'm keeping my defenses up. I've got a, security fence around myself now. Why should I give them an in back into my life? And I know that this person is never going to step up and offer me any kind of commitment. So somewhere person A feels that they were the ones who were doing all the work, and their person never, you know, uh, put in any work from their end. That's why I think person is saying that's it. I've waited long enough now. Now that I know the truth about them, I'm not going to stay stuck into a situation which keeps me stuck but gives me nothing. So I'm not going to even wait around for this. I think person A is kind of accepting the ending. That's what they're telling me, because they feel there was a lack of clarity in this connection, or their person was just a straight off liar. So what's the Eight of Pentacles for you then, person A? Person A says, right now, person A says, I was expecting that we would build together, like we would have a partnership. We could, build something great together. But this person, they were just rude and mean. They never opened up their emotions to me. They made me feel that they didn't want a, equal give and take partnership with me. So I realized that this is imbalanced. This can't be my Four of Wands. This is like four legs, right? So if only two legs are there, it's going to fall off. So if they're not willing to build with me, so right now I'm just focusing on building my own self up. I'm putting in all that energy into building my own structure, my own happiness, my own future. I'm not even expecting anything from them anymore. I really thought that we could get together and build something, but they are still the way they were. So, person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? The Fool in reverse. They feel they made the wrong choice. They made the wrong choice. They feel like a fool. I think this person was very stubborn and egoistic maybe at one time. Now they feel, now they recognize the connection. I think they realize that this was my soulmate. This was my wish come true. Now, what are you going to do? What's the High Priestess in reverse? Will you tell them how you feel? No, I want to tell them how I feel, but I don't think they'll trust me, Omkaratarot. That's what person B is saying. They've cut me out of their life. They are angry with me. They are not going to trust me, not after the way I behaved with them. Yes, I realize I was toxic. I mean, whatever I did was not fair. I hurt them. I betrayed them. I'm not even sure whether they will accept an offer from me anymore. So they are acknowledging that they did lie, they did cheat, they did do a lot of things but they shouldn't have. Why? Because I think this person was sitting in their ego, their pride. They were pretending to be somebody they were not. I mean, when, it was like false bravado is what they were showing maybe at one point. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. I mean, if they could, they would. It's like, if I wish I could. I wish I could just rush back towards my person and, get onto that boat and go towards peace and happiness with them. Now I realize that this is my soulmate. I do want to have a happily ever after with them. But I think this person chose the wrong direction in the past, all because of their ego and pride. So now they're trying to figure out a way to come back, maybe to apologize. So tell me then, will you or won't you? Let's see your mutual energies for the first person, first spirit, the one who has been hurt and is emotionally unhappy and is walking away. Yeah, that person says, you know what, I'm just trusting the universe now, Omkaratarot. I'm just moving forward wherever the wind takes me now, leaving this person behind who will never change their ways. They will always remain selfish. They'll never take action. So I'm just trusting the universe to take me wherever the universe decides to take me and focusing on my own happiness now. I'm focusing on forward movement, on my own happiness. I don't want to deal with somebody who always makes me feel I'm not good enough for them, or has ego problems, or plays mind games, or lies to me, keeps me in stress and anxiety. So right now, person A says, I'm just healing. I'm on my healing journey right now. I'm just healing my own self. Tell me about the Star card. Yeah, because they've been hurt very badly. Person A says, I had 10 swords in my back. I'm pulling them out, healing my own self. So person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you then? What's the Wheel of Fortune for you? What's the Wheel of Fortune for you? know, somewhere they know. As much as they want to end the chapter, as much as they're hoping that this chapter hasn't shut down, it's almost they feel they deserve this karma. They said no to a big cup of love. They made foolish choices. They took their person's love for granted. They behaved like a trickster. So as much as they don't want this chapter to shut down, it's almost like they feel this is karmic justice. They know exactly what they've done. They know that they treated their person not well. Five of Swords. Yeah, and they hurt their person. They didn't value the person who they now see is their soulmate, somebody who they want to spend the rest of their life with. They hurt and betrayed that very person. They broke that person's heart. Now they are watching, they are spying, they are trying to find out if this can be healed, or is it too late? Is their person happy without them? Have they moved on and given their cup of love to somebody else? They are very burdened, very overwhelmed right now. They are more focused on what they did. It's like, I made some very unwise, foolish choices. I made some very unwise, foolish choices. What if the other person has already turned their back? What if they pushed me away? Why didn't I invest when the time was right? Right? So they have recognized that they have a lot of love in their heart, but I think they're still very scared to express it. They don't know whether it's too late now, or they may be wondering whether the other person is even still single. All they know is that the other person has taken their power back now and is stronger than ever before. So they are nervous. This person desperately wants to come back, but they are so nervous. They need the courage to hear a no, to hear that they've been released. So, Hanged Man in reverse, Spirit. Yeah, this is person B again, who's having all the stress and anxiety. They feel the other person is not stuck on them anymore. And now all the games they played, all the power games they played, now they feel like a loser. So now the stress is on their end. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.